What's going on, everybody? This is Lag on Lock here, and welcome back to some more Ole Miss Rebels football here on NCAA 07 for the PSP. We have a big college matchup this week between number 2 Ohio State and number 1 Michigan as they battle it out for the number 1 spot. So as you can see, guys, number 1 Michigan, they are currently 10-0. They have an A- overall, a B offense, and an A- defense. They're currently ranked number 16 in the nation when it comes to rush defense. Ohio State, on the other hand, they are currently 11-0. They have an A overall, an A+ offense, and an A defense. They're ranked number 3 in points per game, rush offense, total defense, and turnover differential. I got my money on Ohio State. They look like they'll be able to upset Michigan, but I am worried about their pass offense. They're ranked number 99. So guys, we did have a bye week in week 12, but in week 11 we defeated the Northwestern State Demons, blowing them out 52-3. It was an easy game for us. We were playing at home. The player of the game, we have Zach Evans, who had 9 carries for 58 yards and 4 total touchdowns. So guys, we're getting close to the end of the season, and Sean Cooley has yet to decide who he wants to commit to. He said that he had a great time on his visit. We're definitely in the mix. So hopefully after this game against LSU, he'll decide who he wants to commit to. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the top 25 polls here. And at number 1, we have the Michigan Wolverines, who beat Indiana 24-20. At number 2, we have the Ohio State Buckeyes, who beat Northwestern 16-7. At number 3, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide. They blew out LSU 32-3. At number 4, we have the Texas A&M Aggies, who beat Nebraska 16-10. At number 5, we have the Tennessee Volunteers, who beat Arkansas 44-14. At number 6, we have the Oklahoma Sooners, who beat Texas Tech 2017. At number 7, we have the Purdue Boilermakers, who beat the Fighting Illini 33. At number 8, we have the Texas Longhorns, who beat Kansas State 24-17. At number 9, we have the UCLA Bruins, who lost their first game of the season to Oregon State, losing 28-21, and just like that, I don't think they're going to make it to the national championship. At number 10, we have the South Carolina Gamecocks, who beat Florida 24-21. At number 11, we have the Miami Hurricanes, who beat the Terrapins 2013. At number 12, we have the USC Trojans, who beat Oregon 28-21. At number 13, we have the SMU Mustangs, who beat Houston 28-24. At number 14, we have the North Carolina State Wolfpack. They defeated Clemson 33-10. At number 15, we have the BYU Cougars. They beat Wyoming 24-17. At number 16, we have the Georgia Bulldogs, who beat Auburn 42-21. At number 17, we have the Oregon State Beavers, who beat UCLA 28-21. At number 18, we have the Mizzou Tigers. They had a bye week. At number 19, we have the Clemson Tigers, who lost to North Carolina State, losing 33-10. At number 20, we have the Virginia Tech Hokies, who beat Kent State 33-15. At number 21, we have the Pitt Panthers, who beat UConn 31-0. At number 22, we have the Oregon Ducks, who lost to USC 28-21. At number 23, we have the Florida State Seminoles, who lost to Wake Forest in an upset, losing 28-27. At number 24, we have the Boston College Eagles. They are now ranked after defeating Duke 16-7. And last, we have the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who are now ranked number 25 after losing to Baylor in an upset, losing 27-14. Looking at the others receiving votes, we have FIU, Stanford, Wake Forest, Ole Miss, Fresno State, Arkansas, ECU, and Kentucky. And the only teams that were dropped out was number 17 Kentucky and number 22 LSU. So now we're going to take a look at the leaders in each conference. Starting with the SEC, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide. They are 10-1, 6-1 in conference play. Arkansas State is currently leading the Sun Belt. They are 5-5, 4-1 in conference play. They have the same record as North Texas. They are 5-5 as well, 4-1 in conference play. In the WAC conference, we have the Fresno State Bulldogs. They are 6-3, 4-1 in conference play. The Clemson Tigers are currently leading the ACC. They are 8-3, 6-2 in conference. But I feel like Miami and Clemson are going to go head-to-head in the ACC championship. The Ohio State Buckeyes are currently leading the Big Ten. They are 11-0, 7-0 in conference play. But you know, they are playing Michigan this week, so this will determine who will be number 1 in the Big Ten and also in the nation. The Oklahoma Sooners are leading the Big 12. They are 8-2, 5-1 in conference play. For the Big East, we have the Louisville Cardinals. They are 4-5, 3-1 in conference play. Not much action going on in the Big East. I mean, you have Pitt down here. They are 7-3, but they lost 2 conference games. The Houston Cougars are currently leading the CUSA. They are 8-3, 6-1 in conference play, but it might end up being SMU. They are 9-1, 5-1 in conference play. The Temple Owls are leading the 1A Independents. They are 4-7. Notre Dame, I'm surprised, but they are 3-7 this year. The Miami University Redhawks are 6-4, 5-1 in conference play. But look here, we have the Eastern Michigan Eagles. They have the same record. So if the season ended today, it will be Miami University against Eastern Michigan in the MAC Conference Championship. The BYU Cougars are currently leading the Mountain West. They are 9-1, 5-1 in conference play. So at this point, Utah, they are 5-1 as well in conference. So it's just a fight to see who can win the rest of their conference matchups. UCLA is currently leading the Pac-10. They are 9-1, 6-1 in conference. It's a shame they won't be able to make it to the national championship because Oregon State gave them their first loss of the season. So now guys, we're going to take a look at my favorite part of every season, and that is bowl projections. For the Poinsettia Bowl, we have the Nevada Wolfpack taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. For the GMAC Bowl, we have the number 13 SMU Mustangs taking on the Miami University Redhawks. In the Las Vegas Bowl, we have the Stanford Cardinal taking on the Utah Utes. In the New Orleans Bowl, we have the Tulsa Golden Hurricane against the North Texas Mean Green. In the Fort Worth Bowl, we have the Air Force Falcons taking on the ECU Pirates. In the Hawaii Bowl, we have the Washington Huskies taking on the Boise State Broncos. In the Motor City Bowl, we have Arkansas State taking on Eastern Michigan. In the Emerald Bowl, we have the Virginia Tech Hokies against the FIU Golden Panthers. In the MPC Computers Bowl, we have the Boston College Eagles taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs. In the Holiday Bowl, we have the Mizzou Tigers against the Oregon State Beavers. In the Music City Bowl, we have the Georgia Bulldogs against the Florida State Seminoles. In the Sun Bowl, we have the Oregon Ducks against the Syracuse Orange. In the Champ Sports Bowl, we have the Michigan State Spartans facing off against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. In the Alamo Bowl, we have the Oklahoma State Cowboys against the Penn State Nittany Lions. In the Car Care Bowl, we have the TCU Horned Frogs against the Arizona Wildcats. In the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, we have the Kent State Golden Flashes against the Houston Cougars. The Houston Bowl is between the Buffalo Bulls and the Tulane Green Wave. In the Chick-fil-A Bowl, we have the Kentucky Wildcats against Clemson. In the Insight Bowl, we have the USC Trojans against the Pittsburgh Panthers. In the Outback Bowl, we have the Ole Miss Rebels taking on Wisconsin. Wow, that's going to be a great game. In the AT&T Cotton Bowl, we have the Arkansas Razorbacks against the Texas Longhorns. In the Gator Bowl, we have the Kansas State Wildcats against the NC State Wolfpack. In the Capital One Bowl, we have the South Carolina Gamecocks facing off against the Purdue Boilermakers. In the Rose Bowl, we have the Texas A&M Aggies against the UCLA Bruins. In the Fiesta Bowl, we have the Oklahoma Sooners against the Tennessee Volunteers. Miami will face off against Louisville in the Orange Bowl. And last, in the national championship, we have the Michigan Wolverines against the Ohio State Buckeyes. This is going to change because they actually play this week. So I'm pretty sure one of these teams are going to play either in the Sugar Bowl or the Orange Bowl. So this week, guys, we are facing off against the LSU Tigers, who are currently 5-5, 2-4 in conference play. They were ranked number 22 last week, but they lost to number 4 Alabama, losing 32-3. In terms of their injured players, they have Burns, their free safety, who's out for a week, and Emery, their halfback, who's out for the season. Looking at their offensive leaders in passing, they have Daniels, who has 184 completions out of 286 attempts for 2,207 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Rushing, they have Goodwin, who has 139 attempts for 544 yards. He's averaging 3 yards per carry. He has 3 rushing touchdowns, and he's averaging 60 yards per game. Receiving, they have Malik Neighbors, who has 50 receptions for 621 yards. He's averaging 12 yards per catch. He has 4 receiving touchdowns, and he's averaging 62 yards per game. Looking at their defense, they have Penn, who's leading in tackles with 64. He's also leading in sacks with 6. And then for interceptions, they have JB with 5. So that's going to do it for the team information for the LSU Tigers. I'll see you guys out there on the field. So here we are, guys, out in Tiger Stadium located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as we take on our rival, the LSU Tigers. Now they are coming off of a loss last week to Alabama, losing 32-3. Let's see if they can redeem themselves here as Altmaier scrambles for 7 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line. We're going to hand this one off to Walker's on an offset eye. He picks up just enough for the first down. See, that's all we need to do in this game. Short runs, short passes, and march downfield, and we can get in the end zone. 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss. Altmaier drops back, rolls to the right, and he's going to get sacked by Perkins, their right outside linebacker. So far, he has 46 tackles this season and 3 sacks. Ole Miss lines up in the empty formation. Altmaier rolls to the left. Throws it downfield to Knox, who makes the catch, and he gets just enough for the first down. We're now spot at the 45-yard line. Quick handoff to Evans on his first carry, and he's going to be tackled for a loss by Brooks, their strong safety. He's averaging 4 tackles this season. It's going to be 2nd and 13 now for Ole Miss. Altmaier steps back, rolls to the right, fires it downfield to Kelly, who makes the catch. And that's going to be a 21-yard gain for Ole Miss. So far in this drive, we have 6 plays for 41 yards. Altmaier steps back, rolls to the left this time. Looking downfield to Wade, who makes the catch. And that's going to be another first down for the Ole Miss Rebels. Altmaier has 3 consecutive completions so far in this game. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss. We're inside the red zone as we hand this one off to Evans, who takes a big hit, but he did pick up 2 yards. We're looking at 2nd and 8. Altmaier hands one off to Evans on a counter. He's going to run to the outside, and he's going to get into the end zone. A 9-yard touchdown run for Zach Evans as we strike first against LSU. What an amazing drive for Ole Miss. Now it's going to be LSU's turn as they start their first possession. They're lined up in the single back set. They're going to hand this one off to Kane, who gets the first down, breaks a tackle, and he's finally brought down by Brown. That's going to be a 15-yard gain for LSU. Jaden Daniels is making some adjustments. He's going to hand this one off to Goodwin, who runs up the middle. Excellent blocking up front, and no one can catch him. This one is going to be a 61-yard touchdown run for LSU. They were able to tie this one up. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. We're at the 44-yard line. We're going to hand this one off to Evans. Spin move, and he picks up 2 yards on that play. We're looking at 2nd and 8. Altmaier drops back, rolls to the right. Tried to throw it to Kelly, but this one is going to result in an incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Altmaier drops back, rolls to the left, throws it downfield, and this one's going to be caught by Wade. A 16-yard gain, but hold up, guys. Matthew Langlois, he injured his back on that play, but it's funny because he's holding his arm. But anyway, it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss. We're at the 38-yard line with less than a minute left to go in the first quarter. Altmaier steps back, looking, trying to find a receiver, and he's just going to throw this one away. The pressure was coming, so, either I was going to take a sack or throw this one away. So we made the smart choice of just throwing it away. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Ole Miss. Altmaier, toss play to Evans. He's going to run to the left, runs to the outside, and he picks up just about 8 yards on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 2. And on 3rd and 2, Altmaier hands this one off to Watkins. He's trying to fight his way forward. Did he pick up the first down? Yes, he did, and that's just enough to move the sticks. We're now looking at 1st and 10, the 26-yard line. Altmaier rolls to the left, throws it to Knox, and that's going to be an incomplete pass as we head to the second quarter. Score tied at 7. We have a real treat for you guys this week. Number 1 Michigan is heading out to Ohio to take on the number 2 Buckeyes. That's going to be a great game. Let me know down in the comment section below who you think will win for the number 1 spot in the nation. Anyway, back to some more Ole Miss football. Altmaier lines up in the split back set. We're going to hand this one off to Evans. He's going to run to the right, and he picks up 6 yards on that play. He currently has 6 carries for 24 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Now we're going to get set to kick this 37-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 10 plays, 36 yards for Ole Miss on that drive. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 now for LSU. The score is now 10-7. Daniels steps back, surveys the field, throws across the middle, and this one's going to be an incomplete pass. Malik Neighbors was the intended receiver on that play. I like Malik Neighbors. He's a reliable wide receiver with tremendous hands. He can play either the slot or on the outside. He has 50 receptions so far this year, averaging 62 yards per game. It's going to be 3rd and 13 now for LSU. Daniels drops back, looking, and he's going to get sacked by Markevius Brown, the cornerback, for a loss of 6, our first 3 and out of the game. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. We're at the 42-yard line. Altmaier drops back, looking, throws it to Evans on a screenplay. He's going to run to the outside, tries to cut back in, but he takes a big hit, but he does pick up 8 yards. 2nd and 2 now. Altmaier, play action, trying to find a man. He's going to get brought down by B.J. Ojulari, the 6'3" defensive end. That's LSU's 2nd sack of the game. We're now looking at 3rd and 11. Empty back set. Altmaier steps back, looking, trying to find someone. Throws it downfield to Knox, who makes the catch. He gets the 1st down before taking a big hit. We're now looking at 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. We're going to hand this one off to Evans. He's been struggling all throughout this first half as he goes nowhere. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. We're now looking at 2nd and 10. Altmaier steps back, rolls out of the pocket, and this one is going to be an incomplete pass. Wade was the intended receiver on that play. I don't know why he stopped running his route. We're looking at 3rd and 10. Altmaier steps back once again. He's trying to find someone, and this one's going to be another incomplete pass. We are going to go 3 and out. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for LSU. They're at the 17-yard line. Daniels hands out to Kane. No, it's a play action fake. He's trying to find someone, and this one is going to sail out of bounds. We're now looking at 2nd and 10. Daniels steps back, scans the field. He's hit as he throws, and this one is going to result in an interception by Coleman, and that sets us up nicely at the 11-yard line. This is going to come back to bite the Tigers because now we're in great field position to score. 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss. Altmaier hands it off to Evans, and he picks up just about 4 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 6 with about less than a minute left to go before we head into the locker room. Altmaier hands it off to Watkins. He takes a big hit, but he does pick up 4 yards as well. We're looking at 3rd and 2, and we're currently 3 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Altmaier hands it off to Evans, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Not the result I wanted, but hey, at least we can kick a field goal and get 3 points up on the board. We're going to get set to kick this 24-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 4 plays, 4 yards for Ole Miss on that drive as we head into the locker room with the score. Ole Miss 13, LSU 7. First and 10 now for LSU as we start the second half of play. I love games like this because you don't know what's going to happen. Direct snap to Kane, and he picks up just about 2 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 8. We've been controlling the football this whole game. We have 8 minutes in terms of time possession. They're going to throw it downfield to Hilton, and he makes the catch across the middle, and that's going to be LSU's 3rd first down of the game. They're now spot the 41-yard line. Daniels, play action, scanning, throws it to Mashburn, who makes the catch, and that's going to be a gain of 8 for LSU. They come out in the I formation. Daniels is making some adjustments. He's going to hand this one off to Goodwin, who gets just enough for the first down. Jaden Daniels is having a decent year so far. He has 2,226 yards through the air out of 187 completions as he throws this one to Mashburn, who makes the catch. He picks up the first down, and that's going to be a gain of 15 for LSU. It's imperative that we win this game because we are currently ranked number 29 in the nation, and with this win, we'll probably be in the top 25. Daniels is going to hand it off to Kane. He's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Pegues. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. That's going to be 2nd and 13. Daniels drops back in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and this one's going to be intercepted by the safety, Trey Washington, and this one is going the other way. And just like that, that's Jaden Daniels' 15th interception of the season. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. We're at the 30-yard line. Altmaier hands this one off to Evans, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by B.J. Ojolari. That is his 3rd tackle of the game. I'm trying to establish the run game, but Zach Evans, he's been struggling all day against this LSU defense. Altmaier, play action, rolls to the right, throws this one downfield. It's going to be intercepted by Gardner, and that's going to be our 1st turnover of the game. We got to do a better job of taking care of the football. We're only up by 1 possession. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for LSU. They're spotted at the 39-yard line. Daniels drops back, studies the field, throws it to his left, and nearly intercepted by Coleman. Malik Neighbors was the intended receiver on that play. We're now looking at 2nd and 10. Daniels steps back in the pocket, throws it downfield, and this one's going to be caught by Mashburn, but he's short of the 1st down marker. We're looking at 3rd and 1. Can they convert here? Daniels, fake handoff to Kane. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Coleman. It's going to be 4th and 2 now for LSU. And it looks like the Tigers, they're going to go for it here on 4th and 2. I don't know if this is the right call, but let's see what they can do. They're going to hand off to Goodwin. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage by Jared Ivey, and that's going to be a turnover for LSU. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. We're at the 31-yard line. Altmaier hands this one off to Evans on a counter play. He's going to run to the outside, picks up the 1st down before heading out of bounds. That's going to be an 18-yard gain for the Ole Miss Rebels. We're now spot at the 49-yard line. Quick handoff to Watkins. He's stuck at the line of scrimmage, but he spins out of that bunch. Zach Evans provides decent blocking, and that's going to be a 31-yard gain for Ole Miss. We're now in the red zone. Altmaier jots back, looking, studies the field, trying to find someone open. He can't, so he decides to scramble with it, and he picks up 9 yards on that run. It's going to be 2nd and 1. And on 2nd and 1, Altmaier hands it off to Watkins, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Perkins. That is his 5th tackle of the day. We're currently 3 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. We're going to hand this one off to Evans again. He's trying to fight his way forward. He's trying to find an opening, and he gets tackled just an inch shy of the 1st down marker. As we head into the 4th quarter, the score still remains 13-7. So here we are, guys, the final quarter of this contest. We're going to get set to kick this 25-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6 plays, 61 yards in that drive. Now it's going to be LSU's turn. They are down by 2 possessions. Daniels hands this one off to Kane, and he picks up 2 yards on that run. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Daniels is making some adjustments. Daniels, toss play to Goodwin. Goodwin throws it downfield to Daniels, who makes the catch. And that's going to be a 9-yard gain for LSU. Through the air, the Tigers are averaging 238 yards per game. Today, they only have 54. Daniels, play action, scans the field, looking for someone open. Fires this one downfield to Malik Neighbors, who makes the catch. And that's going to be a touchdown for LSU. They were able to short this deficit by 2. This game is probably going to come down to the wire. As we hand it off to Evans, he picks up the 1st down and more, and that's going to be a gain of 20 for Ole Miss. Zach Evans has 13 carries for 61 yards so far in this game. 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss. Altmaier steps back, looking, trying to find a man open, and he's going to throw that one away, but it's going to be a flag call for intentional grounding. We're looking at 2nd and 21. Altmaier rolls to the left, looking. Can't find the one open, so he fires this one downfield to Robinson, and that's going to be overthrown. It's going to be 3rd and 21 now for Ole Miss. Ole Miss lines up in the shotgun. Altmaier steps back, rolls to the left, throws it downfield to Reliable, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. We are going to go 3 and out. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for LSU, and they might have a chance to score and take the lead. They're going to hand it off to Kane, spin move, juke, and he gains 6 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 4. All we have to do is play smart, force Daniels to make bad passes, and we can walk away with the victory, as he almost threw another interception. He tried to get it out to Malik Neighbors. It's going to be 3rd and 4. A stop here would be huge. They're going to hand it off to Goodwin, and Sistrunk was there to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to go 3 and out. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for Ole Miss at the 28-yard line. Quick handoff to Evans, and he tackled immediately behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for Ole Miss. Split back set. We're going to hand this one off to Evans. And Watkins should have picked up that block because we could have got more than just 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now for Ole Miss. Altmyer steps back, rolls to the left, throws it downfield to Wade, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. We are going to go 3 and out. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for LSU. Daniels drops back, throws it to Besh, who makes the catch, breaks a tackle, and he gets a huge gain on that play. And that's going to be LSU's 8th first down of the game. They're now at the 38-yard line. Daniels drops back, scans the field, throws it to Kayshon Boutte, who makes the catch. And just like that, they are now spotted inside the red zone, and things are looking pretty scary for Ole Miss. Let's see if we can stop them. Daniels hands it off to Kane. Juke move, jukes again. He gets the first down, and Trey Washington was there to bring him down. They're now at the 4-yard line. Man, this game is so close, I'm starting to sweat bullets. Daniels hands it off to Goodwin, juke move, and he's tackled into the end zone. And just like that, that's going to be LSU's first lead of the game. The score is now 20-16 off of that 4-yard touchdown run. I don't know if I agree with this play call. The LSU Tigers are going for the 2-point conversion. Daniels hands it off to Goodwin, and Pegues was there to bring down Goodwin, and they have failed the 2-point conversion, but we're still down by 4 points. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. We're at the 18-yard line. Altmyer drops back, rolls to the left, fires this one downfield, and it's caught by Wade. Finally, he made a big-time catch. And that's going to put us at the 43-yard line as we rush our offense. Wade has 3 receptions so far in this game for 67 yards. Altmyer steps back, looking, scans the field, throws across the middle to Knox, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10. We only have 37 seconds left to go in this game, and a field goal won't cut it. We have to get into the end zone. Altmyer rolls to the right, throws it downfield to Mingo, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now for Ole Miss. Altmyer drops back, rolls to the left, fires this one downfield to Robinson, who makes the one-handed catch, and he gets into the end zone, a 57-yard touchdown pass. LSU has 23 seconds left to score a touchdown, or they can make a field goal to force overtime. Daniel steps back, looking, has all the time in the world. He throws this one to Kane, who makes the catch. He picks up the first down and then some as LSU uses their 2nd timeout. They're now spotted at the 46-yard line. Daniel steps back, fires it, and this one's going to be picked off by Azim Young. He's heading downfield. Daniels tries to bring him down. He's going to get in for a pick 6, a 49-yard touchdown return. What a great way to end this one. I had a feeling that Daniels was going to throw it to Neighbors. And that's going to do it for the ball game. We defeated the LSU Tigers 30-20 on the road. What a great game. And now LSU, they fall to 5-6. So let's go ahead and take a look at the player of the game. We have number 1, Azim Young, the junior strong safety. He had a pick 6. 2 prestigious SEC teams came out to play, but only one came out on top. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game stats. So that's going to do it for this rivalry matchup, guys. We defeated the LSU Tigers 30-20 in Tiger Stadium. It was a hard-fought game, I'm not going to lie, but good job for Young for stepping up in the fourth quarter when we needed him to get that pick 6 to seal the deal. We had 13 first downs, LSU had 11. Total offense, we had 296, LSU had 259. On the ground, we had 24 rushes for 102 yards, LSU had 14 rushes for 88 yards. Through the air, we had 8 completions out of 20 attempts and scored a touchdown. LSU had 10 completions out of 18 attempts and scored 1 touchdown as well. We had 194 passing yards, LSU had 171. Both teams were sacked twice. We were 4 of 10 on third down conversions, LSU was 0 of 3. We were in the red zone 4 times, scoring 1 touchdown and 3 field goals. LSU, they were in the red zone 1 time and they scored once. We had 1 turnover, LSU had 3. We threw 1 pick, LSU had 3. Total yards, we had 425, LSU had 350. In time of possession, we had 1209, LSU had 751. Looking at individual stats, Altmaier had a 128 QB rating. He had 8 completions out of 20 attempts for 194 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and a 40 completion percentage. Zach Evans had 61 yards on the ground today, averaging 4 yards per carry. He had 1 rushing touchdown. Wade had 3 receptions today for 67 yards. Jalen Knox had 2 receptions for 41. Casey Kelly had 1 reception for 21. Jalen Robinson had 1 reception for 57 yards that resulted in a touchdown. And Zach Evans had 1 reception for 8 yards. Defensively, Prince and Brown led our team in tackles with 4. Brown led our team in tackles for loss with 2. Brown and Eaton recorded a sack. Azim Young, Trey Washington, and Coleman recorded a pick. And Azim Young had a defensive touchdown. Jonathan Cruz made 3 field goals today out of 3 attempts, going 100%. And his longest kick was a 37-yard field goal. Now we're going to take a look at the NCAA Players of the Week for Week 13. On offense, we have number 5 Gabbert, the junior redshirt quarterback out of Miami University, as they defeated Bowling Green 44-14. He was 21 of 31 for 362 yards and 5 touchdowns. On defense, we have number 6 Young, the senior right end from Tennessee, as they defeated Vanderbilt 26-21. He had 9 tackles, 5 of those tackles being for loss, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. Moving over to the SEC Players of the Week for Week 13. On offense, we have number 5 Wright, the junior redshirt halfback out of Florida, as they defeated WCU 39-0. He had 18 carries for 94 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 3 receptions for 23 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. And we all know that Young is the Defensive Player of the Week for the SEC because he was the NCAA Player of the Week. So this is it, guys, the last game of the season, taking on our rival, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. They're currently 5-6. They have a B overall, a C+ offense, and a B defense. So after this, we're heading straight into Conference Championship Week. Following that, we have bowl season. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you like what you see and you would like to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing down in the comment section below. That helps me out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.